Yo, this is me when I'm the third Spider-Man. Wait, they made 3 of these?
This is me when I'm Thomas Hayden Church as Flint Marko the Sandman. Hey guys, I'm a man, but I'm also sane.
This is me when I'm made of sand.
This is me. This is me when I'm made of man. Hey guys, I'm a man.
This is meat when it's made of man. No, please don't eat that. Don't. No, there's people in there. There's people in there. No.
This is me when it's made of tea. I'm made of tea.
This is tea when it's made of me. Oh no! Please no, the water, it's so hot! No, please, no, don't steep me! Oh no!
This is ice when it's made of tea. I got news for you. That means you're gay. That's Ice-T on NCIS reference. He said those words. It was funny.
This
Remember
is
that?
Spider-Man 3 when it's made of ice. Oh no, get down! Get down, you're Hispanic! Get down, I'm gonna shoot you in the back!
This is ice when it's made of Spider-Man 3. It's so cold. It's so cold. Also, there's 3 of us. There's 3 Spider-Man. We're all so cold. Please.
This is Spider-Man 3.
Shalom.
We watched Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, they made a third one.
We watched all
Hold on
3
a
Spider-Man
second.
movies tonight.
Yep.
No, we didn't. But now we do
No, we
have
did,
this full
actually.
sweep so that one day we can upload 3 Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie reviews to fall asleep
Right.
to.
And we can title it. We can title it. We watched all 3 Spider-Man.
Yeah, and just edit them together as one
Sam
video.
Raimi.
Yeah, those do really well,
It'd be fun,
actually.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3, man. The most controversial of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, the most hated, the most loathed.
The best?
It was
No.
the worst Spider. No, but
The
the worst
second
Spider-Man
best.
movie for. I don't know about the second most. I don't know, dude. Willem Dafoe, at like the first one. It's fine. It's classic. It's very very basic and great, but Willem Dafoe alone is what sells it as being.
I agree.
The,
I
it
think
genuinely
I
him
like
as the
this
villain.
one better, but we'll get
if he
there.
wasn't the, I can get that. I completely can, because if it wasn't for Willem Dafoe,
Not
I
that the
wouldn't.
first one's
Like,
bad.
it would
I
be this
love
one would
that
be.
first Spider-Man
No,
movie.
the first one's great. I mean, not even arguably, definitely a better movie than this one.
Maybe.
But this one might be. I mean, I'd say it is.
I don't know.
but-
I think that first one kind of falls into that, which I'm not a huge fan of an origin story movie. That's just, we've talked about this, I
Sure.
think. I just really don't.
But to be fair, at this point, the superhero origin thing wasn't as played out.
Yeah, sure. I just am
You
not
know,
a
and
huge
granted,
fan of it.
the origin story is still, it's very, just the baseline of the hero's journey, just hitting all the marks. But with Spider-Man, it's
Right.
You take the hero's journey, and you just fill every single bubble in with Spider-Man.
It's weird watching back to these movies because what it's made me realize is that my love for comic book movies, which I do love comic book movies, I'll be the first to admit
Yeah.
that. But it comes
Right. It
not
all comes from that one scene in the first one with
with MJ in the
fucking
rain.
Mary Jane's nipples.
Um,
with Aunt May and the
man, we
nightgown,
are
dude.
just so in sync today. But what my love for comic book movies comes from is not actually a love for superheroes or comic book characters, but rather a love for
Mhm.
Sam Raimi and his filmmaking. It's a really
Sure,
weird
yeah.
pipeline, the I love comic book movies to, oh wait, I just love Sam Raimi and the way he makes films. Like,
Right,
um,
right.
watching
He
these
needs to
has
make
helped me.
more superhero
Man, he
movies.
really should. Although the
I
last
think
time,
he should
maybe
do
that's what we should do next week.
he should do the DCU Batman, I think. I'm gonna say it.
I think he
He
should
said he
for sure
wants
do
to. But yeah,
some DCU movie.
multiverse
Maybe that's what we
of
should do
Magnus would be
instead of doing
good.
superhero movie. That could be fun.
Yeah.
Or we could
Yeah, we
say
can
that
throw
just
in
do a
Rosemary
little
Harris in
two
her
for.
nightgown.
We could just do a little two for Doctor Strange sweep, which could be fun.
That's true. We could do that. Yeah, nice little mini sweep.
In the future. But anyway, I my
But we'll
camera's
get
zooming in.
there.
It
We'll
was
get
funny.
there.
Like
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah.
I
Very dramatic.
I've seen a lot of Sam Raimi movies. I haven't seen Quick and the Dead, but that's neither here nor there.
Have you not?
I
We'll
haven't.
get
No, I
there.
mentioned
Don't
that to
worry.
you last week, but you were too drunk to remember.
That sounds like me. Yeah. I mean, not
Of the
me. I don't
movies
drink.
we have listed for our Western sweep, which we're doing next, I've only seen Django.
You haven't? No, you've seen True Grit, right? Are we
I've
doing that
seen
one?
pieces of it. I've never seen it in its entirety.
Really?
Yeah. I'm
Interesting.
not a big Western guy. Anyway,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot
you
of
will
Sam
be.
Raimi movies. I love Sam Raimi as a filmmaker. Rewatching these movies makes me realize my favorite parts of them are the parts that are just like Sam Raimi
What do you think of
tropes.
Oz the Great and Powerful?
I like Oz the Great and Powerful. It's not
When
my
was the last time
favorite.
you saw it?
It's not my least favorite.
Is that a movie? Is that a movie you've rewatched? Because I saw that in theaters,
Yes.
and that was the only
I
time I ever
rewatched
saw
it fairly
You rewatched
recently.
that.
I think
Incredible.
the only part of Oz the Great and Powerful
Holds up. Because I mean, I
Um,
liked it in theaters, but I was like 12, so
the weakest part is the fact that James Franco's the lead.
interesting. I remember
And
liking
it's
him, but I think a lot of the
because
reason I liked him was just
well,
because
in
I liked him in
rewatch,
Spider-Man.
because I know
Okay,
because
sure,
he's playing
yeah,
kind of a sleazy kind of guy.
right, and because of the sex pest of it all,
Right.
yeah.
Maybe that's what we do as the fourth movie in the sweep is Oz the Great and Powerful. No,
Oz the
we
Great and
should
Powerful. It's full
we'll,
circle back to the original thumbnail.
we
Yeah,
should do superhero movie next week and then come
I mean
back
we
for
have
a
to,
Raimi
right?
sweep.
We could just do a Sam Raimi sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Um
why not?
I love
But
this
yeah,
movie.
so yeah,
I love Spider-Man
Sam
3.
Sam Raimi is great, and you kept saying as we were watching this, and we said this last week.
I said it
about
early
this
on,
one.
and I don't think you got it, but I think by the
No,
end
well,
of
you
the
said-
movie you started to catch
You
the
see, yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. This one. I mean, they each you also said this. They each get progressively more Raimi,
right.
which is why it feels,
Well, last week
I don't
we
think I said the
said
point, but you kept saying that last week's was the Batman Returns of the Spider-Man movies. Now you're saying this one is, and I think both are. I said early
both are
on
sure,
that
sure.
this is what Tim Burton's version of Batman Forever would have been.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And
to the point we're talking about, to
right,
the
right,
level
to the
of
studio interference.
director, the studio interference, but also mixed with the director being able to get more themselves, like
it is weird because
each of these movies gets progressively more Sam Raimi.
Well, it's weird because
I
in the
think.
modern era, this movie would have not been directed by Sam Raimi. Like in the modern kind of comic book movie era, they would have fired him for creative differences and then replaced him with someone else.
Sure. Kept his script and then brought in fucking whoever did Ant-Man, because that's
Well, yeah, they would have brought in
fucking
some
Peyton
like
Reed.
B horror
Some
movie
hack.
director. Which is weird
Right,
because
they
that's
would
who
have brought
Sam
in
Raimi
fucking
was when they did this.
who's the guy? Who's the guy who did Shazam? They would
Who's
have brought
the guy
in
who did
him.
Evil Dead?
Right.
Or the Annabelle guy is the one who did Shazam.
That's
David
yeah,
Sandberg.
yeah.
That's
They would
his
have brought in
name.
him. Yeah, they would have brought in David Sandberg.
Like, but yeah, and Sam Raimi set that trend, which I'm just now realizing.
Sure.
That trend of B horror movie director come comic book movie filmmaker is Sam Raimi. These movies set so many trends. It's so weird. Anyway,
I mean, dude, Sam Raimi. I've been saying this. He's the blueprint. You know,
Sam Raimi the blueprint for real. Sam Raimi
real.
is, and I think I may have mentioned this last week, but I don't know if I said it during this discussion. Sam Raimi and the Spider-Man trilogy is what the Snyder cult people think that the Zack Snyder DC movies are.
Yeah.
Does that make
I
sense?
guess.
Like, they think
A
that
little
they're
bit.
these incredibly director-driven, incredible comic book movies.
Sure.
And these movies are that. Even if they're not your cup of tea. And that's what I'll say about Spider-Man 3. If you don't like the first two, and if you don't like Sam Raimi's direction, and if you
Right.
don't like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, you're not going to like 3
Right.
because it's that times 10.
If you don't like James Franco, you'll really hate this movie because he's such a douchebag.
He's such a sex pest.
He's such a that in real life, yes. In this, he's just
He's
an
also a
asshole.
sex
He's just
pest.
a horrible asshole. Well, kind of. I don't know that I.
Strawberries.
I mean, he certainly acts like a sex pest. He doesn't do anything
Right.
specifically to make him a sex pest, but he certainly feels like one. He's a creep. He's a prick. He's a douchebag.
This movie,
And I hate him. Stupid piece of shit. James Franco ruins everything by being alive again.
This movie is more Sam Raimi than the first two. Tobey Maguire is more Tobey Maguire than the first two. Like, it's everything from the first
Right,
two, but
yeah.
cranked up to 10. And I love it.
And also Venom's here.
And Venom's here. We'll get there, though.
It's Brock, sir. Edward Brock Jr.
And I'm having sex with your daughter because we had coffee.
I'm having sex with your daughter. We had coffee and she's got a really large rear end.
She does, though. Should we talk about how bad
Look,
Bryce Dallas Howard is for a second?
I'm talking 2 big old scoops of raisins,
Should
bro.
we talk about how bad Bryce Dallas Howard is for a second?
I feel like we have to. We got to get it out of the way.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you've seen Jurassic
Yo,
World.
Bryce Dallas Howard, if you are listening to this, give me a chance.
Bryce Dallas Howard, genuinely.
Let me holla.
Forget what he said.
Yo, matter of fact, Rosemary Harris, if
That's
you're hearing
fair.
this, let me holla. Give me a chance. Give a YN a chance.
I will say this, Bryce Dallas Howard, if you're listening, we would love to have you or your father on the podcast.
Right, yeah. Probably, honestly, more so your father. I'd rather...
No.
I-
I'm just saying, Ron Howard does not have that dump truck.
Well, see, that's why I wouldn't want her on the podcast.
I
think
would.
we'd scare her
Could you
off.
imagine? We'd have to
I want her father on the podcast so I can get his permission to
but
marry. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say there's a woman I intend to marry, sir.
We had
It's your
coffee,
daughter.
Daniel.
I'm dating your daughter. Dude, I wish, man.
But could you
I'd take
imagine?
coffee with
Could you
Bryce
imagine
Dallas
just
Howard.
knowing Bryce Dallas Howard's in this Discord chat, man?
Right?
That's
Yeah,
what
no,
I'm
she'd
saying.
definitely join. Bryce Dallas Howard, hit us up. You want to join our Discord? Even if you don't want to be on the podcast, join our Discord. We can play Fortnite, Helldivers,
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals.
I'd
you
give
know,
anything.
a little
anything,
Minecraft,
man.
maybe.
I'd
Whatever,
give
whatever you want,
anything.
dude. If you're into like fucking Terraria or whatever, man, Terraria.
I've never
whichever
even
one it
played,
is,
but I will with you.
It's like 2D Minecraft. That's all I know. But dude, like, join up, hit us up, man. Like,
Yeah, or your
we're around,
dad.
we chill. We like.
Or your
Or your
sister
dad, if
from
he's into
Arrested
Minecraft.
Development, who's not your sister in real life,
Right, or your real life sister,
right? Who is
you probably
also
have
in Arrested
one.
Development.
Right, yeah. There were a couple of those Howards on there. So this movie, it
It
happens.
happens. Yeah, it opens in just Spider-Man swinging through the city. It opens with an opening swing, which is
Right.
fun, but it's not a real swing. It's a
Yeah,
fake
which
out.
is sure, but it is also, and we'll get there. But it's the only one to not end with a an ending swing. So
True.
it's it's the reverse story of Spider-Man. You know, it tells it in
And
reverse.
they give
It
the
flips the table.
we should do
Um,
the Holland trilogy at some point soon so we can kind of compare it to
yeah,
these. It would be fun to kind of take a
sure,
break, like we were
sure.
going to do with Star Trek, but kind of take a break and do Spider-Man's between. Um,
Right, right.
because
We
this
could
is
we
the
could watch
gold
some. We could do
standard.
the TASM duology. We can do that too.
I love
Have Item on. We talked about
the
that.
Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. I'm one of the few people who's like I really like them. But they're no
Yeah,
this.
sure.
And this movie, like those movies get a hard time for not having an end swing. It's not a rule that Spider-Man has to have an end swing. You know,
Right. It's cool. I
it's
like
cool.
it,
I
but
like it. But this movie opens with a little opening swing that feels like an end swing. I said that while we were watching it. I was like, man, this feels like the end swing. And then it's
right.
not even real.
The movie's over.
It's it's
Right.
Peter
It's the
watching it
the
on
bait and
a
switch. It's
screen
right.
in downtown New York. Excuse me. At this
God
point,
bless you.
Peter is or not Peter, but Spider-Man is so famous.
And they love him.
They
I
love
got a
him.
9-year-old kid. Used to love Spider-Man. Who's you supposed to look up to
Which
now?
is also cool. Like I like the kind of progression of this. He's hated by everyone. In the next movie, it's kind of like ambiguous. People kind of like him, people kind of don't. In this
Right.
one, key to the city. He saved us from
He's
Doc
got the
Ock. We're
key to
giving
the
him the
city,
key to the
dude.
city. And that's a cool kind of
He
progression.
kissed that bimbo in front of his girlfriend, but we'll get
We'll
there.
get there. Um, and that's sort of the opening. MJ's in a play. Peter gets to see it. Peter's doing all of
Right.
the things he couldn't do in the first movie. He's going to the
It
plays.
yeah, it starts out he's got the perfect balance, you know. He's there for his girlfriend, he's doing all right in school. Item's here. He's doing great as Spider-Man. Everyone loves him. He's got it made. It's you know, it's the it is. I said it kind of as a joke before, but really it starts out with the happy ending, you know.
Well, and
He's got it all
it's
good and
sort
then it
of
goes backwards. It gets and it ends kind of happy,
it's
but
the movie's way of saying we're not dealing with the same problems we did in the last movie. Those have been concluded.
right. We've got different
We've got
problems.
different problems, including where do these guys come from? Because Flint Marco's here, and he just shows up out of the blue, and he breaks
Right.
into
He's
his
the
daughter's house,
Sandman.
and he looks. I
Right. We
will
find
say,
out
Thomas Hayden Church
he's
looks
actually a
like
really good
he's made of
father.
sand.
He's yeah.
He does.
Best
He
comic book casting
genuinely.
of all time.
Well, no,
He's a
that's
man
J.K.
made of
Simmons,
sand.
but
Well, that's true. Yeah.
he's
But
he's
he's
Spider-Man
up there
has
though.
new problems in this
maybe
movie.
I can't say best visual because J.K. Simmons also, but
Mary
Best
Jane
villain?
falls from a high building for the third time.
I don't know.
sure,
He's
I'll
not
give it
best
that,
villain
yeah.
because Dane DeHaan.
I mean, not well. Yeah, he looks like a goblin. Oh man, but yeah. So
It's a really good
Sandman
casting. That's the point.
he breaks out of prison. He's phenomenal casting. He's great. He's really good. He looks like he's made of sand. And
He
he's not
does
even
though.
at this
That's
point.
what's
And I think-
weird. How
I
did they
think
find a real life
as
man?
far as I know, as far as I know, in real life, Thomas Hayden Church is not made out of sand. He's made of flesh and blood.
I
like
don't
any other
think so.
man.
I think he is. I think that was the behind the
You
scenes
think
thing.
he
If you
is?
watch the making of, they cast him
Mm.
specifically
That was-
because
they-
he's
they
made
really-
out of sand.
See, I thought they might have really turned him into sand for
No,
this
no,
movie.
no,
Like,
no.
they threw him
found
in the sand particle accelerator.
No, that
they found a man made
they
of
put
sand.
that in the movie because that's what happened to him as a child.
Mm.
Yeah, he got turned
Is it
into
really?
a sandman. Wait.
Do you think you say that one more time? Do you think
Sandman.
because he's he's not super old, but he's an older fella. I mean, he was in Tombstone.
Right?
You think he might have been you think he is the real Sandman? Like, do you think Stanley heard about this guy made of sand back whenever
No,
Sand, he
that's
just
why he was playing in the particle accelerator. He was a big Spider-Man fan as a kid.
really he wanted to be Sandman.
Yeah, he went into
He's
the
like, man, this
particle
man's made of
accelerator
sand. It's so
to be
cool.
made into sand, which is
Interesting,
why he
dude. I
looks
didn't
like
know
that.
this,
Back to
dude.
the point, giving his daughter money for her
Right? He's giving his
cancer.
daughter cancer. Um, That's a horrible thing to do, Sandman. Why would you do that
By the
to
way,
your own
send this
daughter?
to someone you know who looks like they're made out of sand. Back to the plot.
Yeah, yeah, true though.
Yeah.
Or send this to someone who is made out of sand. Maybe it's the same person, but maybe it's not. Maybe you know someone who looks like they're made out of sand but isn't. But you also know someone who is made out of sand but doesn't look like they are. Dalton's tongue fucking his beer bottle right now. Send this to someone who tongue fucks their beer bottle.
Gotta flick the clitoris.
Right. So yeah,
so he gives his
Sandman
daughter
is a
money.
really good
his
father,
wife,
actually.
His
He
wife,
loves his
what does she
daughter.
say? It's a
His
crazy
wife,
statement.
He was gonna,
Oh, you and
well,
the
yeah, 'cause
truth sitting, rotting away in prison together.
Right. Yeah, while your daughter's here dying. Was the cherry
Which
on
I
top.
understand her. I understand her aggression. You and Josh didn't really seem to.
I mean, no, I did. I just think her way of expressing it was
Yeah, but
was
I
a
also
little silly.
I don't know. My uncle was a jailbird. He's dead now.
It's a
He
hard
overdosed.
line, but sure.
And
Rip Bozo.
me and my
fault.
uncle, I really
Sorry.
liked my uncle. He was someone I wanted to be
Mm.
close to, but didn't have the chance to be, if that makes sense. Not to get
Sure.
really
Yeah.
sad and depressing on the drunk podcast.
Yeah,
But
fucking come on, dude. This
Um,
semi-pro. We clowning this motherfucker.
he died.
But-
he
but
died when I
no,
was
I
16
get it,
years
yeah.
old. And it
Mm.
sucked because he died right before I knew how to drive, and he was a mechanic and he knew how to work on cars, and so it was just like,
Sure.
and he was somebody, he was cool and I liked him and I always wanted to be close to him, but it sucked that he kept making dumb decisions that wound him in prison. And so
Right.
while I understand Flint Marco's perspective, he was trying to buy his daughter time, right? With this money.
Right.
But I also understand her perspective of, man, she would have much rather
Because
just
in him doing that, he's sacrificing time because he's in prison and he's not
Well, yeah,
able to be there
it's
for her.
the
Yeah.
she would much rather spend time with her dad than have more time on Earth, you know? So I
Right,
do
yeah.
I understand what they're going for with that. He's great. I wish he was I
He
wish
is, yeah,
he was the
he's
only
very
main
good.
villain in this movie.
For sure.
But we'll get there. After this,
We will,
Peter goes
maybe.
to it's very choppy. I know there are lots of fan edits of this movie, and I've seen a couple. They're very good. This a recut version of this movie would work so much better. If you
Yeah, and I
kinda-
think there are plenty out there.
yeah.
But
If you had more time to spend with each separate story as opposed to them sort of intercutting, I think it would work better. It still wouldn't be great, but if you had like Harry's arc cut to
I mean,
Sandman's
honestly,
arc,
just
cut
if
to
it wouldn't be possible to re-edit it and still have a good climax the way we've talked about it. Like, but the best way to do it would be not have Venom as a villain. Like,
Sure.
have the symbiote stuff. Have introduce Eddie Brock. Even have that little side B plot with them fighting over the staff job. Whatever. That's all fine. But just don't make Venom the villain. Don't have him get the symbiote until the very end. And then roll credits, all that.
I still feel like even with Venom in this, there's a better cut of this movie.
There's
Almost
definitely a better version.
I'm almost
yeah,
thinking
but
like
not the
Pulp
best.
Fiction style. where it's telling the same story from different people's perspective, and the only hold, like I think cut
I
out.
never loved that, but
I think cut out kind of Peter's first person perspective from this entirely, and you do okay. Here's the Harry
Interesting.
stuff, cut. Here's the Flint Marco stuff, cut. Here's the Venom stuff, cut. It all ties together at the end, and sort of throughout that you weave in the
Sure,
Peter symbiote stuff. Would have been a not a perfect cut, but a better cut than this movie. Because I like everything that's here. I just don't like the way it, you know when you listen to an album and you're like man, this would have been better if the songs were arranged differently.
I guess kind of, yeah.
That's how I felt about Starline Chance the Rapper, because I'm the only Chance the Rapper fan left, even though he was in SpongeBob.
True.
Um,
Was he?
there's yeah, we talked about it while we were watching the movie.
Yeah, but I don't think you said
They
it
never
was-
released
he
the
didn't make
episode yet.
cut. Yeah, so he wasn't
Um,
on SpongeBob. Not my hashtag. Not my SpongeBob.
That like
Share this
Starline.
with someone who hates SpongeBob.
Share this with someone who likes Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, or the other way around. You know.
That's how I felt about Starline. Like it's a great album, just arranged kind of poorly. Like it doesn't really flow. That's how this movie feels. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
I just feel like it could have been cut. And I've seen fan edits that cut this movie very well. I just don't
Right.
love this cut of this movie. I feel like it needs something, because Venom was shoehorned into this movie, and we'll talk about that, I guess, as we get towards Venom. Because
Right.
Eddie Brock and Venom were shoehorned into this movie, it would have been nice to have some sort of creative framework to tell that story that I feel like it's kind of missing. Because it does very much feel like, here's a villain, he's gone for a little bit. Here's a villain, he's
Right.
gone
Here's
for a
another
little
one.
bit.
Yeah.
And here's a
fe-
new
it
one.
Feels, it feels almost like episodes of a cartoon. You
Yeah,
know,
which
it's
isn't
like
bad.
this.
I mean,
This
to
could
be
this
fair-
could be this could be a three episode arc on the fucking 90s Spider-Man show. You know,
And it
like
was.
was it? Did they have this exact same arc?
No,
On
I mean, it was
the
a 4-episode
animated show?
arc for the symbiote in the 90s show.
Right, but this, yeah, but this feels like it could have
Maybe
been
that should
like
be
you
our
know,
third part of the sweep, is we do the
we watch the-
symbiote arc.
we do
of
the shocker. I'll chase you to the ends of the earth. We do that one,
No, it's man, because the best part of this movie,
but it does feel like that. It's the you know the villain to the villain to the villain, and then they all come together.
you can even hear like when
Four episode arc. That would be the fourth episode when all the villains come
you
together.
can hear when Harry like
This should have been a Disney Plus series, man.
well, you can hear the sound effect when Harry loses his hearing, the like wow into the credits, you know.
Right.
So
This was ahead of its time. If this came out, you kept saying if this came out in the modern day, you know, it would have been fucking. They would have brought in some other director. No, if this came out in the modern day, it would have been a Disney Plus fucking series.
maybe, yeah.
It would have been a Disney Plus mini series. Fucking 4, maybe 5. Maybe they could have stretched it to 5 episodes.
Well, don't say that, because they'll do that with Spider-Man
Right.
4.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah, all the Disney execs that are listening to our highly acclaimed podcast.
Man, but
yeah.
I'd be on board,
Bryce
but we'll get
Bryce
there.
Dallas Howard, she might send it to them. Our girl
so,
Bryce Dallas,
So
BDH.
Sandman is introduced, and then Harry attacks Peter as the new Goblin. You don't like his costume. I
Right.
do.
I don't. It's I don't
We're on the same
dislike
page.
his costume.
We
is
think
the
it
thing.
needs adjustments.
The thing
both
is,
of
I
us.
don't. Yeah,
We just
my
think it needs
adjustments are
different
just
adjustments.
bigger.
Yeah. Well, you think he should
Yeah.
have the same
my
mask?
my thing is no, not even my biggest thing is he should have the same base suit as the goblin. It should be the goblin suit with modifications. This is not the goblin suit. It's a fucking like kind of like bulletproof mesh, whatever fucking Henley texture looking shirt with shoulder pads and some stupid ass pants. shoulder pads are awesome. The shirt
The
is
shoulder
fine,
pads
but it's
are so
nothing. It's
cool.
nothing. They're cool. They're great, and the whole neck area, awesome. The shirt is nothing. The goblin suit, while it may have been, it's not the cartoon goblin suit, it's not the classic comic suit. It was just a motorcycle suit. It was a cool motorcycle suit, and he had fucking foam posits, and it was actually green. This one is barely green tinted. It's mostly black. They could have made it a little darker because he's darker and edgier. But it should have been the goblin suit. It should have had the stupid little abs, and it should have had the mask, even if it's just a half mask with his little silly teeth poking through.
I'm opposite
Should
of
have been
you.
should have been the teeth goblin mask. Really.
Oh well, you did say the mask earlier. You said he should have had the bodysuit from the original Goblin with the ski mask.
I mean, I would have been fine with it wasn't a ski mask. It was a Bane fucking Hannibal Lecter
I mean,
mask.
it's basically exactly a ski mask. It even has like ski goggles.
Well, yeah, he had the I did like the
They wear
goggles.
they wear the
little-
ski face mask like that, the plastic one that covers their face some when they do skiing.
Sure, yeah.
Anyway,
yes.
I like the upper body of the bodysuit. The pants are weird because they're like bell bottoms. It's very odd.
They're strange, and they're also kind of like there's nothing design wise.
I
Like, it's
don't
just,
mind the upper body. I like the texture on it. I like the zipper. I like the shoulders. I like the sleeves.
Fine. It's just.
I think
I don't know.
that
It
with
should've
pants
looked
that
more
are
like a
cool,
goblin,
like
you know?
like the Captain America First Avenger pants on that would have been a cool
Oh,
look.
sure.
With the goblin mask or some sort of
just-
variation on it would have been cool. I think that would have been a cool way to kind of adapt it and modernize it.
I just really think, and most of my basis on this is that the end scene of them teaming up together would have been so much cooler
Sure.
if he had because he didn't have the mask in that is why I don't focus on the mask.
Right.
But the mask should have been the goblin mask at the very least. Like and we laughed at it as it was happening. It showed the normal goblin mask and then the chrome goblin mask and then just his fucking ski mask.
Well, and it's
fucking
weird because
Hannibal Lecter shit.
they
It was stupid because
showed
why show them?
they showed the chrome goblin mask
if you're gonna
at the end
never
of
happened, never existed, it
Spider-Man
was-
2.
they did, right?
And
yeah.
the implication was, he's going to be the new goblin in this chrome
implication?
goblin mask.
Right.
And
then
two
it was
things.
just, here's this
it's a
ski mask
multi
instead.
letdown. Because he's never the goblin in this movie. He's generic surfer, right? Like the suit
true.
fails. Whatever the
Really,
way
he
it
doesn't- he
fails
doesn't-
is
he
the
doesn't
suit
feel-
fails.
He doesn't feel like Green Goblin.
No, except for the
Like, he's-
bombs.
The bomb, yeah, he's got the
I
bombs.
do like
and
the surfboard glider.
I do like his surfboard. Surfboard glider is cool.
So
but-
that's a letdown. And the second letdown is just that he's not the main villain of this movie.
Sure. Yeah.
He should have been the main villain of this movie. It would have been better in every conceivable way, but he's not.
I don't know if he should have been the main villain.
Interesting.
If we're talking, I mean, I think there should have been two. Not should have been, but if we're just workshopping this movie as is, and you're cutting out Venom, I think Sandman should have been the one to have a bigger role, whereas Harry gets a little more sidelined, and that like you still have the beginning bit, and you still have their little fight with the symbiote thing, and then you get a redemption, because I don't think New Goblin needs to be his own villain when you already had Green Goblin as the villain of the first movie.
Yes, from that perspective, I get it. But from these movies'
it's-
perspective, and Harry is just consistently
Yeah.
the most interesting part of them. I think having Harry as the villain
I mean,
of this,
fair enough, yeah.
where and keeping Sandman's story relatively unchanged, except for I probably would not have had him have been Uncle Ben's killer, because that's so stupid. But we'll get there.
Well, but that removes so much of Spider-Man's motivation for hating this guy. Like,
I mean, but he doesn't have to have
I
this
guess we
deep
didn't
hatred.
need for the movie. Yeah.
He only
But-
has that because of that plot point. Like that could have been such a great
Right.
example of what the symbiote is doing to him.
I mean that I guess it's just the symbiote feeding on his existing anger feels more better than the symbiote just making him beat the shit out of Sandman because he's evil now, you know?
Yeah, but you
Like,
also don't have to have the scene where he beats Sandman. You know what I mean? Like it could have just been there in a
well, yeah, and I
fight,
guess
and
and
then
and to be
Sandman
fair,
gets wet.
you also could have the him beating the shit out of Harry instead
Right.
because he's also got reasons to be mad at
Which
Harry because
imagine
he
how that would
fucked
have
his bitch.
landed. Imagine how that would have landed.
Right. It's yeah. I mean, that's three movie. I mean, he cucked him since the
Well,
first
that's the
movie. Now
thing.
he's doing it
Like
again,
I
dude.
think
Like
that's
I'm even without the symbiote, bro. I'm rocking this
well
motherfucker, dude.
that's
I'm
my
fucking.
thing with the Harry stuff. Is
I'm
it's
Swiss cheesing his ass,
But the
man. No
thing with the
cap.
Harry stuff that's so disappointing is it's a 3-movie build up to get us to this point. It's been 3 movies
Right.
and we're finally here. He's the Goblin now. In the first movie, he watches his
Well,
dad
barely.
die. In the second movie, he wants to kill Spider-Man and then realizes his dad was the Goblin, and so he decides to take it over.
Right.
And in this movie, he's finally the Goblin, and it's just so disappointing. Um,
Yeah.
and I think that's my biggest kind of issue, I guess, with this is it just feels like such a letdown. But anyway, so we're introduced to Sandman. He becomes Sandman. We meet Harry as the Goblin.
Excuse me.
He gets instantly sidelined because he gets bonked on the head and he's as free as a bird.
Right. Can you bump me on the head?
Bump.
Pop.
And then Spider-Man's getting the key to the city. So he swings in, key to the city time,
Right.
and he
Fucking
decides
kisses
to
that
kiss
bimbo right in
Gwen
front of his
Stacy
girlfriend.
upside
Who
down.
is, I guess, the one giving him the key to the city for some reason. I don't
Well,
know.
I think it's just
Because she's a model. We skipped past
well,
the
it's
point
not
where
because
she's a
she's a
model and
model.
he
I think
saves her.
it's because her dad's the police
Hmm.
chief.
Her dad's the chief of police. Right.
Just like Miles Morales'
Which is
father.
also strange to have the chief of police's daughter giving away the key to the
Well,
city.
he's
But
receiving key
I
to the city because
digress.
he saved Gwen Stacy. He saved the
Right.
police
Okay.
chief's
That's
daughter,
that's
so he's getting the key to the
right.
city.
So then politics. It's all about who you know. I
Right.
forgot. I forgot.
Israel.
Um, yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
But I digress.
So
Yeah, he kisses
and
that bimbo in front of his girlfriend. The kid told him not to. He should have
he
listened.
should have
He
listened
said,
to the
"No,
kid.
Spidey,
No,
no."
Spidey, no. And then Sandman shows up, ruins the party. He chases down Sandman. Sandman in this scene kills O.J. Simpson, and then is trying to rob an armored
Okay.
car full of money.
Right. He succeeds, I think.
Yeah, he does.
'Cause
Yeah,
I mean, he beats Spider-Man off. Like Spider-Man
yeah.
loses here,
In the
and then
scene
he
in the
kind of swings off in
in the scene
defeat.
in the sewer, he's got the money from that scene. there.
Right. Yeah. Which is like, you had time, bro. Bring that to your daughter, you fucking bum. Like, if that's if
Or
that's
put it in
really
the
why you're doing
bank.
this, put it in the bank. Like, I mean, well, he's a escaped felon. I don't think he can just go to the. But I guess like there's some way. Like, you get get some greasy like Saul Goodman type lawyer to launder that and then put it in your fucking wife's account. Like, come on, get it together if you're going to be a criminal. Like,
Right, but
fucking
he's
be good
he's
at
a
this
bad
shit, bro.
criminal. We'll
Don't
get
just
to that
hide
at
out in the
end.
sewer. I mean, the way he gets turned into Sandman is he runs through the swamps of New York and then just trips into a fucking particle accelerator.
Peter, at this point, after this, he gets
Idiot.
a call. He gets a call from the police. Him and Aunt May go to Captain Stacy,
Right.
and it's revealed that Flint Marko is actually Uncle Ben's killer, which, in my opinion, that's the
Wow.
weakest part of this movie.
Stupid. It's
Is.
It's so goddamn dumb.
Like, as much as I love this movie, I think that is for sure the weakest part, and that doesn't feel like a studio mandate. That just feels like Sam Raimi was like, this would be cool, and it's dumb. Now, here's what I will say.
Right, it's not.
It very, very, very much feels like a 1960s, 50s comic book twist. which has
True.
always been the
Yeah.
thing with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies specifically. Like they take inspiration from this golden silver age of comics, because that's Sam Raimi's favorite era of comics.
Sure.
And it does very much feel like that. That doesn't make it not dumb, because that era of comic books was stupid.
Stupid.
It was
yeah.
stupid.
Right.
But I will say, like, grain of salt, a little bit of grace to this movie.
It does feel like a classic stupid comic book twist, you
Right.
know, which you gotta give him
respect it a
credit, you know.
little.
And that you know that leans into the Sam Raimi just wanting to do his kind of comic book movie, which is mixture of stupid and being a freak
Stupid, and he's an incel. We'll get there.
and incel cuck fantasy.
I think
which,
we save
we've
all the
talked
incel
about, I
cuck
think, in the
fantasy
previous
stuff for the
movies,
end.
but we'll get there. Yeah.
Let's talk about the
The
base
incel
plot.
of it all.
We'll get to the incel of it all at the end. Just all the relationship stuff.
Right. I think this is when Spider-Man goes to propose.
This is when he gets
Mary
black
Jane-
suited for the first time, I think. After
Oh,
he
no.
finds out
Well,
about that.
after he.
Oh, he proposes before he
well,
gets
no,
the
he-
call. So we missed that, yeah.
Okay, you're right, because after that, after he proposed and got rejected because Gwen Stacy showed up and he was kind of a piece of shit, but also
More
MJ's
so she
also a
was.
piece of
She knew
shit.
what she was doing.
Right.
You know, like,
but
as a girl, you know what you're doing.
right, like, come on, get a grip, putting your polished nails all over him.
Well, putting her nails all over him, like, that was part of it, and being like, oh, I couldn't do it without him. And then going into, hey, can you give me a picture of my kiss with Spider-Man? Like, you know what you're doing. This is not this. You know exactly what you're doing, Gwen Stacy.
Right. But yeah, and then, you know, MJ kind of tries to console him after he gets that news. He tells her to fuck off because he's an
Well, he's
asshole,
mad.
and
Well,
also
he's
just
angry.
He's pissed,
He
he's
just found out that
angry,
he just found out he killed a man.
I mean, it's like, dude, okay, this is. I know we said we'd say the incel stuff, but this is again the incel Sam Raimi probably never having a proper relationship with a woman, but
Well,
it's like
there's
or
that.
or just being mentally unbalanced and having
There's that,
having
but
a
there-
skewed
there-
view on
there
the
is
world. But it's
also
like,
the
dude,
perspective-
if I'm going through some shit and I like, you know, I just lost my bitch and she comes crawling back, I'm not just gonna kick her out. Like, I might be a little standoffish, but I'm not like, you know.
Well,
I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something. You know what I'm saying?
there's the perspective.
I'm
of,
from
as
round the
well,
way.
Peter just found out that the man he murdered, who he's felt guilty about murdering for 5 years at this point, was not actually.
Are we
the one-
fine? We're surely not 5 years in.
I
are we
mean,
really? You know, because he's still in
2
college.
to 7.
That was
2 to 7 is 5.
that's not the one. Well, that's the actual timeline. I don't think.
I think so. I think it's real time. Remember how long this
I don't
movie
think
takes
so,
place
dude.
over?
Because he's still. Yeah, okay, maybe the end of this, but he's at the beginning of this movie. He's still in college. First movie, he was also in college.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
but
like,
the
you
first
mean-
movie
unless
implies
he's
that-
unless he's like getting a fucking master's, dude. Yeah, first movie, we figured out the timeline. It started in around.
Well, the first movie takes
like
place over a couple
August-ish,
months.
end of-
Or no, it was
Yeah.
like a year.
second. Less than a year. It started out like sort of the end of the high school year. Then at least Thanksgiving happened, and then we think that's so that it was a couple months.
But I think between movies was
Well,
a
10
pretty big
months.
jump. The second movie sort of
point
implies
is,
that
unless he-
Peter is behind on his classes, which would make sense, right? All of his friends have kind of moved on to their lives, and he's still in school.
I guess I don't know that it implied that necessarily. What friends? He doesn't have any friends
Well,
other
it's
than
MJ and
Harry, who
Harry.
hates him. MJ never went to college, as far as the movie
No,
suggested.
she
She just went to
never.
being a waitress, then a model, then an
Waitress,
actress.
model, actress, wedding planning. I mean, from engagement to wedding planning is
Right.
probably like a year. You know,
Sure.
I think that second movie probably takes place over a longer period of time than it pretends to. I don't know. Maybe it's not a real
yeah.
world 5 years. Let's say 4 or 3.
It's certainly
Still,
not.
long
We'll
time for this
I'll
point.
give you 3. Yeah.
Long time for this point. He spent 3 years thinking he killed this guy. It was the wrong guy.
Mhm.
You know, that's a long time. Like that's
Well,
a
to be
reasonable.
fair, also, and we talked about this. We talked about this on one of the episodes. He didn't kill the guy. He would have, but he didn't. The
No,
guy,
I
the
mean,
guy
the guy
tripped on a
died, yeah.
pipe and killed himself.
Sure.
You know,
I mean,
obviously, yeah, he still blames himself because
Right.
he could have saved him, I guess. Same
Well,
as the
to-
other, you know, he could have stopped him.
to my
But-
point, he harbors
It's like,
that
look,
guilt
when you
in his
have
heart.
when you're able to do something and then the bad things happen, that's on you.
Well, to my point,
But your father lived by a philosophy.
he harbors that guilt in his heart. That's the point I'm trying to get at.
Mhm.
And he finds out it was
Sure.
not the right guy. That's a lot to hold on to. And so when MJ comes over and she's like, "How are you doing?" He's like, "How do you think I'm doing?"
Yeah. But also, me personally, I'm not kicking her out, dude. If
I mean,
you also
no.
forget this is the first woman he kissed, and it happened when she was in the rain. You know what I'm saying? This,
No, I mean, you don't have to bring that up to me. I'm the one who
Come
brought
on,
it
dude.
up.
Come on, come on, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But this is when we get our first because he goes to sleep
right? He
listening
goes
to
evil
the
Spider-Man mode.
and he gets taken over by the symbiote.
He goes to sleep in full Spider-Man gear on top of his covers, just straight back, face up.
Well,
and then
he got ready to go do some Spider-Man, but then he got sleepy and he fell asleep.
Sure, it's a very silly thing. But
It
great
is a
because
silly
it has,
visual.
because it has the shot of him. You know, we skipped the part where he actually gets the Venom. He was on a date with MJ. They were in the web.
Right.
Venom climbed
It
on his
doesn't
stupid
matter.
scooter. Then it crawls up on him and it
It venoms
poops him
him.
up, and then we get to zoom into black, and then it zooms back
We
out,
also
and
get
he's
the,
Black Spider-Man. He's black now. He can say it.
The
and then we get
symbiote has the Evil Dead vision crawling up his body, which is fun.
Right, it does. Yeah.
But yeah, then we get a banana, and then he fights Sandman. He gets a police call about Flint Marko. He finds him, and then this is
Right.
one of my favorite fight scenes in the whole movie.
Yeah.
This is when
just-
Eddie
he's
Brock.
straight-
This
straight
is when Eddie
raw
Brock
dogging him,
meets
dude. He's-
Spider-Man for the first time.
Right. See ya, chump.
Yeah,
Give me some of that web action.
Give me some of that web action. Yeah.
What the
man,
hell?
He does. He puts Flint Marko's face in the train, and his teeth start
it's
popping
cra-
out.
I mean, even before, like he's he pulled himself with the webs on the train into like a kick. It's insane.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
He's straight rocking his ass.
And
dude.
then
I love Black Suit Spider-Man.
weakest part
because he just beats the shit out of
weakest part of
people.
the scene, he unloads a bunch of water on Sandman, writes him out of the movie for about 45 minutes.
right.
And it's like, okay,
Good riddance.
We're back to here. We did this with Harry. Now let's go ahead and do this with Sandman. And then
Right.
Venom's going to be introduced, and they're all back. Also, for a studio mandate of like we have to include Venom in this movie, there is so little
He's
Venom
barely
in
in
this movie.
it. Yeah.
Like, I guess let's. He wipes out Flint Marko, and then Harry remembers who he is. Remember who you are. You know.
Right. Avenge me.
First,
but,
we attack his heart.
Yeah. So I think, is this when we get Spider-Man going full symbiote, and he puts some dirt in his eye.
No. Before we get
No?
Spider-Man going full symbiote, we get Peter Parker being
Oh,
hugged
he gets
by Harry
broken up
Osborn.
with. Yes. Coctua, yeah, I'm the other guy.
Right. Harry basically he threatens
Stupid
MJ.
piece of shit, James Franco.
MJ gets fired from her job. We didn't really mention that, but Harry kind of
Right,
cucks
right.
her
But yeah.
into, not cucks her, threatens her into breaking up
Right.
with
Well, yeah.
Peter.
First, I'll just real quick before this because it is kind of important, I guess. But she gets fired. She tells Harry, not Peter. Then she goes over to make omelets and do the twist, and they kiss once, but she wasn't really into it. But she was really into the do the twist,
which is
and it
significantly
goes
more
like this.
sexual than having sex with him.
Right, right. But yeah, then Harry, after he goes full goblin, remembers who he is. Remember who you are. He puts on his gear, goes after MJ, threatens her, says, "Tell Peter to meet up with you," and then break up with him. And then she does it. He brings her peonies. Afterwards, he goes to Harry, his best friend in the world, who's cool now. He was kind of evil, but now he thinks he's cool, so he goes to his good friend Harry. And then Harry, stupid piece of shit, James Franco, he goes, "I'm the other guy." Fucking backstabbing piece of shit. But then he ducks under the table after the bus passes.
True, and it's awesome.
And then,
it's cool. It looks cool.
It's great. It's hilarious.
And
then I think is when we get into the full Venom.
This is when we get into.
Spider-Man black suit.
I don't remember. He. Oh.
Well, he turns his hair into the evil hair.
Yeah, but what happens?
And then he goes. He answers the phone. He goes. I think it's like a weird little montage after this. I think it kind of just happens. He goes back to his apartment. He's all angry, and he looks and stares at the case because he had taken off the black suit. Which this is where the comic nerds would be like, oh, the symbiote bonds to him, not his suit, so he shouldn't be able to just take it off. Shut up, nerd.
That.
He did, yeah. Both him and Josh did. I'm making fun of at least one of them because he's on the call listening. He likes to watch, little fucking cuck boy. But yeah, say something. Say something.
You like TASM 2. Your opinion does not matter.
TASM 2 is the best Spider-Man movie.
Shut
hands
up.
down. Sit
Oh,
down.
this is good.
Sit
I
down.
can put
Shut up. Get out.
featuring Spider Monkey 23.
Hey,
in the
we can
title
click.
video.
We can clickbait. You're famous.
No!
You're our famous friend, and now we can
Now you
clickbait
have
with
to
you.
put it on your story. Anyway, so
Only if you say TASM 2 is the best
We
Spider-Man
won't say.
movie.
You know what I will say, Item? You know what I will say? I'm sorry, Ethasam.
Yeah.
You know what I will say? Shut up.
Yeah.
Get out.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, he goes
Love you,
emo
buddy.
Peter mode. He does the
Love you too.
which is so much less corny actually watching it than it is in like retrospect thinking about it.
It's been made up to be much more corny than it is, but it is a very silly scene. It isn't, as we talked about, the silliest, corniest symbiote Spimberman scene that happens, because that
It's
one
not.
is,
Yeah,
is
no,
later
that's
on
later.
in the-
It's very soon
the
because this
jazz
is a
scene, but-
montage basically.
It's the other scene was kind of its own, but it's like right after the
Well,
montage.
all of the symbiote
kinda
Spider-Man
leads
stuff is a
into-
montage. He does not wear the symbiote suit very long.
Sort of. I feel like, I mean, yeah, but I feel like the dig on this scene was kind of its own thing. Like
No,
that
it was
one
its
felt
own
much
thing.
more
I
like its
understand,
own.
but it's maybe 20 minutes. He's in the symbiote suit.
It's a very quick little thing because he
I also-
starts dancing down the street. He sees the newspaper. He says, "I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye." He pulls the evidence, gets Brock fired.
It
Fucking
should be
slams him against
mentioned,
the painting or poster or whatever.
It should be mentioned, and this is something that if we don't mention, then it's like people will think about it and whatever. Not that anybody's watching this
No
far,
one's
but
thinking about this.
the common, I guess it's a fan theory, but it's more just kind of like what the movie is. But but Peter's version of cool is not actually cool, and that's on purpose because it's what Peter thinks of as cool.
Sure, yeah.
Like-
Well, he is, and I think a lot of that also just, it ties into maybe, who Peter Parker. Maybe it makes Sam Raimi the perfect director for Spider-Man because he is Spider-Man. He's
incel nerd,
an incel loser making what he thinks is cool,
So Peter Parker does all this. He dances with Gwen to make MJ jealous. MJ gets kidnapped. No, not yet. Peter rips off after this. He smacks MJ.
He goes to church. Yeah, he slaps MJ
he
and
rips
then
off the symbiote suit. It falls on Eddie Brock. Eddie Brock kidnaps MJ.
It's Brock, Edward Brock Jr., sir. I'm dating your daughter.
He takes her to the end fight, and Sandman's there. He recruits Sandman.
Some place that's under construction. Yeah, we see the shadow of him swinging, and then the shadow of Sandman punching him. And he goes, "I got you now, Spider-Man. I'm made of sand." And he goes, "Heh, I'm not Spider-Man. I'm evil Spider-Man. I got teeth now. We should team up and get Spider-Man. I'm evil."
Harry comes in at the last
and
minute to
they
save
team
the
up.
day. Harry and Spider-Man
Right, then he
team up
fucking
against Venom
dies.
and Sandman, and then Harry dies.
Would have
and
been
that's
way cooler if he
basically
was
the
in the
end of the
Goblin
movie.
suit. That's the movie. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you think Rosemary Harris could still get it.
She can. I'm
She could. Like no one's not gonna like and subscribe. That's an undisputed fact.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Please let me holler, dude. And she's still active too, because she was at them writers' strike or whatever it was, actors, whoever was on strike with the picket lines and stuff. She was there. 99, 95, 67 years old, dude. She's
What?
there. She's putting in work, dude. She gonna bounce on that thing for the one time.
Wait,
Let me
on
holla,
that thing?
holla. 67 too on that thing verse? What are you talking about?
Mustard on that thing?
That's good. That's a callback. That's a reference to Spider-Man.
That's
I
what I'm
guess.
saying.
But yeah, ultimately, all I can say is that this movie would have been better if Harry had the actual Goblin suit,
And he was the main villain.
especially the end scene. And he was the main villain, and Venom wasn't. In it.
We should just very briefly, we have to mention
I don't wear briefs, bro. I wear
incel
boxers. What do
cuck
you think we should-
fantasy.
Yes, yeah. We said we'd get there. We're there. Sam Raimi is an incel. Love him. Love his stuff. A lot of good
Love
stuff
his work.
comes from
Love
that
his
incel
work.
stuff.
One of my
But,
favorite filmmakers of all time.
Like,
He's an
so
incel.
cool, so great.
And he writes and I
His
don't know.
his
I won't
understanding of women and also men is very lacking. He just doesn't get, it.
I will say that
He-
feels
his-
kind of exclusive to his Spider-Man work.
Sure, yeah.
But every
feel like it's
female
probably
character in
applicable
these
to his other
movies is
stuff,
written
but-
like the incel fantasy.
Right. Well, even
MJ
just the plot points of what the
If you follow MJ's
like what the characters
arc
go through, it
from these
yeah.
movies, it's MJ is dating Peter's high school bully. She breaks up with Peter's high school bully. She dates his best friend.
she starts
She
dating his
breaks
best
up with
friend.
his
Wow,
best
man,
friend.
I'm such a loser incel,
She
man.
kisses
wow.
him. She gets
But
engaged
it's
to
wh-
another
it's-
guy.
But it's while he's in this Sigma Chad persona. She
kisses him at the
first
funeral.
only. Yes, and then he rejects her to be the Sigma Chad Spider-Man. He rejects her to be this superior version of himself. Then in the next movie, yeah, she starts dating some rich, cool, super handsome astronaut. Then
My
she
son, the
leaves him
astronaut.
my son the ass on her wedding day. She leaves him for Peter. They presumably get together because they're together in the next movie.
Mhm.
and then he gets cucked and left again for his best friend. So he takes this fine 2 scoops of raisins. Bryce Dallas Howard hit me up. He takes her to dance in front of MJ, just to flex on her with this finer shit. Like it's an incel's writing of relationships, of
It really is.
like,
And then at the end of this movie, they wind up together again, presumably for 4, which
then
never
they're fine
happened.
because he loses his symbiote, and then he shows up as she's singing, and they hug, and then roll credits.
It is a shame.
guess,
I know, like I used to run a Spider-Man Tobey Maguire fan page, so I'm a little biased here.
Yeah, you're Spider Maguire.
I'm the original Spider Maguire. I'm not. I'm the
call you
second
Spider
Spider Maguire.
Maguire in the
I got that
streets.
name from someone else. But anyway, it is a shame that the 4th movie never happened. You know what I mean?
Right, true.
It's this universe is so much fun, and Sam Raimi is so good at these movies. It is a real shame he never got to make his 4th Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It would have been, man.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah, but it would have been so good.
Right.
You know, like,
Would have had the ultimate Bruce Campbell cameo.
right? And that was all it was. It was a cameo. This was supposed to be a duology. Like, I don't think they ever planned beyond 4. I don't think they planned any of this, hence the Flint Marco. Hence the Flint
Right, none
Marco
of this
killing
was
Uncle Ben
planned,
stuff. I
but
think it was all just
the
kind of
Flint
like they
Marco
wrote
and
it as they went
all.
along. But Sam
The
Raimi's good
sand
at
of
that.
it, man. Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's where Army of Darkness came from, right? Our Army of Darkness was just like, oh, we got to
Right.
make another Evil Dead movie. So I guess we're going to the Middle Ages now.
Right.
Sam Raimi is almost like J.J. Abrams in that he knows how to write a real good twist. But the difference between Sam Raimi and J.J. Abrams is he also knows how to pay off that twist, you know?
Right.
Man, I would have loved to have seen a 4th Spider-Man. And it might still happen. I doubt it'll happen with Sam Raimi. And to the, you know...
It could, though.
But it
You
could.
never know.
We could revisit this universe. I will never say no. I mean, we technically have, I guess, but...
Yeah, sort of. We got Toby, at least.
Right. That's
And
another
Willem.
thing. I guess since this is the
film,
last
and
one that should
we
be
got in
mentioned.
fact we got what, 4 characters
Most
out of
of the
this
villains in
universe
that
into the
movie were from this
MCU?
universe, yeah.
Yeah.
Technically
Half, literally.
making Spider-Man 2002 the first MCU movie.
Ooh, interesting. Well, technically it's Blade 1999.
That's
He
right.
showed up in
These days, yeah.
Deadpool and
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
But yeah, before Deadpool and Wolverine, it was this.
That's another thing about these that I think is really interesting. You talk about Batman and you're going eras wise. You're not saying
Yes.
Tim Burton's Batman.
I am usually.
Well, you are, but
That's just
but
me. That's just me, I guess. Yeah.
the average person isn't. They're saying Batman 89 or they're saying Michael Keaton's Batman. That's the big one. You
Sure,
talk
yeah,
about you talk about the TASM movies. You're saying Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Right? Like, you know, like you're saying Christopher Reeve's Superman.
I get what you're getting at, and I think like you're saying this one. These ones are considered
These
the
are
Sam Raimi
not
Spider-Man movie.
these are not Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movies. He's not what makes them.
I think sure. I agree with you, but I don't think that's the wider. I don't think that fits into the wider scope of what you're saying. I think most people think of
See,
it.
I do.
They either
I think
of it.
most
They think of
people-
they think of everything by the actor, or they think of everything by the director.
I think. Well, I don't
think
know that these movies are an exclusive exception.
The same people that say Michael Keaton Batman, say Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. The same people that say
Well,
Tim
I
Burton
think
Batman say
more
Sam
people
Raimi
think of
Spider-Man.
this as
That's
Sam
just
Raimi's
me.
Spider-Man than think of Tim
Maybe,
Burton's Batman.
but what was your name? Was it Spider Raimi or was it Spider Maguire?
I mean, that's
Think on
fair, I
think on
guess. That
that.
was an iFunny
Think
fan
on
page.
that, son.
My
Think
point with
on
this
that with your eye
was
funny ass.
my point with where I was going before I was just
Sure.
completely derailed
So rudely interrupted. Yeah.
was
Who
that
would do that?
as far as director-led franchises go, I think this is the one where the director is most allowed to shine.
Yeah.
This is like even to the extent of probably the most famous director-led comic book movie franchise would be The Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, those are Christopher Nolan movies, but are they really? Or are they Christopher Nolan making Batman movies?
I mean, I'd say these are Sam Raimi making.
See, I
Spider-Man
disagree.
movies. I don't
This is
know.
Sam Raimi making
Okay.
movies, and they happen to be about Spider-Man. Especially this one. And the last one. The two of the three. They're very much like Sam Raimi's making a movie.
This one I'd say is like, this one's like 80-90% what you're saying. Spider-Man 2,
Spider-Man 2 is basically
maybe
100%.
maybe 50%.
Really?
I don't know about that. I'd say, yeah, I'd say it's 50% just a great superhero movie, 50% just a Sam Raimi movie. Which is also
Well, no,
great.
yeah, I
like
mean, I'm
Sam
not saying that
Raimi,
they're
but-
not great superhero movies because Sam Raimi loves
Well, no, but
superheroes and comic book
I more
characters.
meant the
I just feel like they feel so
superhero,
much
the
more
focus of it all.
they feel so much more director led than any other franchise. That's kind of my point, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of equal to the Dark Knight trilogy again, where it's like the first one is much more of a, I don't know.
Well, the first one's always going to be
Batman
because you've
Begins-
got to get your funding for the next two, you know?
Batman Begins, I will say, is a weaker movie than Spider-Man 1. Easy peasy, no
Yeah,
contest
for sure.
there.
The Dark Knight and Spider-Man 2, that's a hard discussion.
That's a controversial one, but I personally I put them on par.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah.
And for the same reasons, you know, like one great Batman movie, great Christopher Nolan movie, good mesh. Same with you know, Spider-Man, great Spider-Man movie, great Sam Raimi movie, good mesh of the two. First Spider-Man movie, it's an okay Sam Raimi movie. It's a really good Spider-Man movie. First Batman Nolan movie, it's, you know, it's an okay Nolan movie. It's
a good
you know,
Batman movie.
But it's a pretty good Batman movie. It's okay, you know, it's all right. Dark Knight Rises, it's kind of it's all right. It's all right on, but it's a pretty good Batman movie. It's not much on the Nolan of it all. I guess it had a twist. It's not really a Nolan thing, but it's a thing. I don't know what my point was here.
Well, I will say that, like, at no point through this trilogy does it ever feel like Sam Raimi is not running things, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, even in this one where it's like we know he kind of wasn't.
And yeah, we know the studio mandates.
He honestly, it made him like, I don't know, this, like I feel like he, when he found out that the studio was, you know, they were working into this, it made him say like, okay, you guys you fucking with my thing, but you're not getting rid of me, so you know I'm what's important. And so he just he went all out. He went full Raimi for this one because he knew that they still wanted him. And then it turns out, they didn't want him after this one kind of flopped, but
they should have, but that's not the point.
But it didn't, because I attest that it didn't flop because of him. It flopped because of the studio.
It flopped in spite of him, to be honest.
Right? Yeah. The best parts of this movie are Sam Raimi.
I think as far as these
Edward Brock Jr.
As far as these more director-led comic book movie franchises go, of all of them, I mean, I think even work like James Gunn's Guardian trilogy into this, Taika Waititi's Thor movies into this,
yes.
I think his two, because he kind of like remade Thor in that one, and and it was very kind of his thing. The one was good,
and then the other was a little too much, but yeah.
You work that into this. You work the Nolan Batman movies into this. You work the Tim Burton. None of them, to me, feel overall, if you group them entirely, as much like this is this director's movie as these three do.
I mean, I think to be fair, it should be said, you're a much bigger fan of Sam Raimi than you are of any of these other directors.
That's fair, and
it's going to be more blatant, the things that stand out, because they're things you like, and they're things that's I love Sam Raimi. This is a Sam Raimi thing,
Sure, yeah. I mean, I also am a huge Christopher Nolan fan. I love me some CN. You know what I mean?
But I feel like if we had to make a little list where you named tropes for each of those directors, you'd be able to name a lot more for Sam Raimi.
Well, I mean, that's true, but Spider-Man 2 is my most clocked, or Spider-Man 1 is my most clocked movie of all time, so that's a little unfair, but yeah.
But point is, to your point, though, you're going to notice more stuff about the director that you notice more stuff about,
Yeah. Well, my main point was just, it's really cool to get to watch a movie where, in a series even, where a director really gets to just do their own thing.
Right. I mean, absolutely. Yeah. No, it's great. I love Sam Raimi being Sam Raimi.
Of that. But to be honest,
and I think
Sam Raimi of this generation?
We're starting. James Gunn.
James Gunn is not the Sam Raimi of this generation.
I don't know, man.
Superman was great. I agree, but
started out in weird, not horror, but weird stuff.
I mean, yeah, I guess
he's
and
pretty
Sam
weird.
Raimi's Guardians trilogy is great.
Incel fantasy.
Yeah, the Guardians trilogy is not as good as this trilogy.
No, but Superman is better than Spider-Man 1. Maybe not better than Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 3.
But... yeah.
You don't think Superman is better than Spider-Man the movie? Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
I do.
Wait, featuring Item
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Suck my cock about
Bobbin
it?
hates Superman because Bobbin's a hater, but that's neither here nor there.
Hey, y'all should get on my Hell Divas ship. Y'all should get on my Hell Divas.
We're gonna get on Hell Divas. We're recording. How are you gonna hate on Superman, dude? What do you hate?
Oh, record.
Oh my lord! Being positive?
No, he
left.
He left. See, that's a fucking negative Nancy. That guy.
Yeah, he hates Superman because he hates being happy.
True. But I think we're done here. I think
that's
we've
it.
said all
the
that can be
damage
said.
We can do.
We had
we'll
2
either
cameos.
Be watching Quick and the Dead, or we'll be watching
watching. That's another good one.
Or
what was the one you said before?
I don't know.
It was funny.
Peeing watching.
No,
or we'll be watching
like,
superhero movie.
What I would have, could have, or something.
Or any of the other things that we suggested. It might be no.
We're gonna watch a movie. We're gonna watch next week. Tune in next week where we watch a movie and we drink, maybe consume some other illicit substances.
Maybe
maybe crack for me. I don't know, but maybe you'll like
Black tar
fucking
heroin.
throat fuck your bottle or scrape the back of your your wall or whatever.
That's
that I kept,
it's
I
my
kept getting
table I
distracted
built
by
my
while you-
fish tank. But yeah, it's
Yeah, you scrape your table and it'll keep
I
distracting
found this
me.
I
while
found this
recording.
pocket knife. It's a Benchmade knife, which
Yeah.
which are very expensive.
It's nice.
I found it in the new truck I bought.
Yeah, it's a nice looking knife. Oh,
So
that's score.
yeah, man. My wife made me trade in my truck.
But yeah, like and
because
subscribe to watch
more
Dalton
of
talk about his
this.
truck. Like and subscribe if you like trucks.
Send this
and
episode
tune
to
in
someone
next
you
week
know who
when we
drives a
talk about
truck.
trucks. Send this episode to someone who is a truck.
I bet there's a Spider-Man.
Send this
knockoff
episode
we
to
can
someone who is a
find.
cuck.
I'd almost guarantee you there's
I
something.
feel like superhero movie would be a great one. though.
yeah,
like that's
it would be.
that's
yeah.
a classic, especially for us. Like it's a
We have
it's a
history.
callback to
I've
when
never
we watched
seen
that,
it.
and we got his. I've never seen it either, but it might have. I might remember a thing or two about a movie I've seen, or not.
That's it. We gotta wrap this up. This is the longest episode of the
And
podcast
that's the
since we've been
episode,
back.
and it's probably the best.
I
at
peed in a
least
bottle, man.
Best thumbnail. I thought you were doing that, dude. I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't sure you would, but I saw you looking down after you pulled up a bottle and inspected that it was empty. But what an F, dude.
We'll see you guys
Thank you
next
for
time. Thanks for
listening. I
listening to
love
City Pro.
you.